Hey guys, I hope you're doing really well. It's your main man Anil coming live once again for Inner Line Fitness Podcast. How's everybody doing? I know it's been a while. I've had a very busy February, but I'm back at it again for today's podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to be going through how you can overcome low self-confidence and start losing weight again. So let's dive right in. So right now you might be feeling a bit of low self-esteem, a little bit of shame, a little bit of guilt about why you've not been able to lose weight up until now. We're now 2 months into the new year, and I'm sure at this point some of you are still hitting that same roadblock where you're trying to lose weight, you're not sure why it's not happening, you keep hitting this wall, and you keep finding that you're walking into failure. And at this point, it's probably debilitating or demotivating. And it's totally understandable up until now because this is something that you've gone for many, many times and it gets frustrating. But in order to overcome this low self confidence and feeling as if every time we go for it, we fail, we've got to understand the reasons why we failed. And then we can do better. You see, instead of looking at this from the point of view of it's over, it's done, it's the end, we've got to look at it of is the universe trying to challenge me to be better? Is there something that I need to learn? Is there something that I need to do better in order to lose weight? Where am I starting to see these patterns? Where am I not losing the weight? Where am I not clocking in for the gym? Where am I not actually eating on time? Where are my habits not aligned with that, which is going to help me to lose weight? And this is what we have to do. We have to see why, the reasons why we're starting to fall short, the reasons why we're failing, because it's always in the daily rituals and the practices, and you add all of those small steps together and you start losing weight. And another thing as well, guys, is to understand that it doesn't matter whether we're skinny, overweight, or muscular. None of us in life are going to be immune to taking L's. We're all going to take L's at some point. I've taken many L's, but the difference is I've taken a lot more W's than I have L's, and that's why I'm sat here right today. It's because I've understood and I've learnt the lesson of why I wasn't losing weight, and I've overcome that, and I've become better from it. And it's a process to overcome this feeling of low self-confidence and low self-esteem. Because a lot of the time when you go for something like losing weight, there's always a lot of judgment, there's always a lot of body shaming. Well, I just want to let anybody watching this know that we don't tolerate anything like body shaming over here. We do not use shame, guilt, or embarrassment as drivers because, in my experience, those three things have never worked. They've never worked when I've been coached by somebody. I've always felt demotivated, and it's never worked for anybody else, whether they're going for weight loss or they're going for another kind of goal. And you got to ask yourself, anytime failed at going for, let's say, a promotion or even another goal or a training course, or you tried to, go for another goal, like even, let's say, going for a marathon or running a race, those drivers never actually worked. It always worked when you actually looked at where you were falling short and you had an accountability partner to show you how to do better. And this is what we do at Inner Line Fitness. We take it step by step and we take a holistic approach to understand what are your limiting beliefs about weight loss? What has got in the way? What are the eating habits that you have currently that are keeping you overweight? Because this isn't about body shaming. This isn't about, blaming you for your mistakes. This is just helping you to understand right now you're only overweight because you're at the lowest vibration of yourself. And this is the universe calling you to action to now overcome this hurdle. Because here you are, and here's the mountain. But in order to get to that mountain, you've got to be better. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is I kept on hitting that brick wall over and over again. I could not get to that mountain of the other side where I was going to be this version of myself in shape, you know, 13 stone, muscle, 10 stone, lost, all of that, because I kept hitting that same wall of low self-confidence, the low self-esteem, the judgment, the body shaming, the guilt that I felt from succumbing to continuing to take these bad habits and to listen to those negative limiting beliefs and to not actually have somebody who is near me to motivate me and show me the right way and not point fingers. This isn't about pointing a finger. This is helping you to understand that right now you are only overweight because of the sum of your actions. It's not about you. It's not that you're no good. You are just at the lowest vibration of yourself. And that's where the low self confidence comes in. But day by day, working with me, small steps, we start getting you aligned on, you know, habits, eating on time, training, a regimented training plan tailored to your needs, working to your schedule. We can have training sessions around your schedule. If you work a 9 to 5, I can coach you remote, show you the way to have the 3 different workouts each week, tailor a meal plan to you, help you to lock in, have an accountability partner to stay motivated, understanding your limiting beliefs, what's got in the way, what is actually bothering you. That's when you start to unlock everything and all the potential that lives inside of you. Because beneath a lot of those limiting beliefs and low self confidence, there's a reason why you feel that way. There's probably a trauma, and we're not here to pull it out, but what we're here to do is to help you to heal, overcome from that trauma, and to become the best version of yourself. See, on the other side of low self confidence and low self esteem is strength. On the other side of trauma is a hero born. And that's something that I know too well. On that other side of trauma, hitting that wall, I finally became a hero and I conquered that mountain. I climbed that mountain. That's something that you're going to be able to do over here in Align Fitness. I just want to let everybody know who's watching this, all the young and grown men who are still overweight and feel like this is their fault. This is not your fault. It is just where you are right now. You've tried many things, you're frustrated, but we've got to turn that frustration and that anger into something productive. And we've got to turn that into a point where you break and you say, enough, I'm going to make a comeback. And I'll be vulnerable here and I'll tell you now what my breaking point was. Going on a flight and not being able to fasten my seatbelt, going on a flight and not being able to fit in the seat. And that bothered me a lot. And it was that moment where I said, no more. But then the real breaking point was weighing in 10 stone overweight and a number matching up with what I already felt and had felt for a very long time. And I'm sure you've had a similar breaking point right now. I'm sure you felt like that in January, and you may not have necessarily had much success up until now, but you're wondering, how can I beat this low self confidence? How can I stop going into this pattern? How can I actually do what's right? And this is where we start to help you to go towards the right path. I want everybody to know that you are losing weight, you are losing your old identity, and you are becoming your real self. You're becoming what you were destined to be. And I want you to understand that beneath losing all the weight, there's got to be a compelling why in order to lose weight. There's got to be reasons of, if I lost weight, what would I be able to do? What goals would I be able to accomplish? What energy would I be able to have? How good would I feel if I was around my friends? How good would I feel for my partner? How good would I feel showing up for my family? How good would I feel going outside, kicking a football in the garden? How good would I feel going on holiday? How good would I feel getting complimented of how good I look and how good I'm coming across? Those are the drivers of what is going to help you to lose weight. That's what's going to help you to lose weight. It's at a much deeper level, and it's not at the level of low consciousness, the first level of blame and shame. It's at the second level of consciousness where you're starting to manifest what you do want. And when you reach a third level, it's about contribution and giving back. And that's kind of where I am right now, because I've gone through this whole journey from the first level of consciousness to finally breaking through, getting to the second level of consciousness and manifesting and following through, beating self doubt and overcoming my old beliefs from when I was younger to where I am now, inner line fitness owner, ready to help all you great people to find your real why. And this helping you to discover how to overcome this low self confidence is going to help you in your goals. This isn't just about weight loss. This is about weight loss helping you rediscover yourself and rediscover what you want to do for your life. So, guys, I want you to get up today and I want you to understand that this is not your fault. You need to overcome what's getting in your way. But if you're ready to overcome what's getting in your way, DM me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or email me at immunityforcommunity@gmail.com. As I would say, everybody, channel your inner Rocky. Let's go get this and let's go beat low self confidence and let's help you to find the real you.